So today we will see some more array methods. So yesterday, whatever array methods we saw, that were all array iteration methods. Okay, that is looping through an array and doing so and so things. But today we will see some other array methods, which may be iteration methods, may not be iteration, but extra methods, whatever is important. So we'll see that, and also after that we'll see some object methods as well. Okay, fine. So I'll create a file here. Let's say array methods. Okay. So first method that we'll see today is, we yesterday we have seen, okay, map filter, all those things. Okay, fine. So now we'll see something called array.at. Okay, what does this do? Let's see. Let's take an array where AR is equal to 23, 41, 64, 90, 38. Okay, now if I write console.log of AR of 1, what output I will get? 41. So now this array.at method is similar to this thing. Just I'll show you console.log of ar.at. Okay, after that we have to give the index, let's say 1. Okay, save this and run this file. So I got 41 for both of them. Okay, that means both are same, but what is the difference then? If I write here 4 and if I write here 4, I'm getting the same value. Okay, it seems like there is no difference, but there's a small difference here. The difference is, so what will happen? So do you know when the index of a number can be -1? If I ask you what is the index of 90 here in this array, what is the answer? 3. What is the index of 64 here? 2. What is the index of 1 here? See, how do you find the index of a number? We have the index of method, isn't it? ar.index of what? 38. What I will get?
4.
I'll get 4. If I write 41, what I will get?
1.
1. Okay, so like this, if I write 64, I'll get 2. Okay, but if I write 77, what will I get?
-1.
We get -1. So that means -1 means the index is not present, isn't it? So if I try to write something like this, console.log of AR of -1, I'll get undefined. If I write -2, -3, I'll always get undefined, isn't it? So AR of this syntax, the square bracket syntax, will never support negative values, isn't it? And if a number is an element is not present in an array, its index is said to be -1, isn't it? But this thing is different with array.at. Okay, ar.at. In this method, -1, when we write, the moment we give a negative number, it counts from the reverse order. Okay, ar.at of -1 will give you 38. That means the last element. If I write -2, then what I will get? Hello?
90.
90. Okay. If I write -4, I'll get 41. If I write -5, I'll get 23. That is the first element. If I write -6, then I'll get undefined because that index is not present. Okay. So that is the difference between array of the square bracket syntax and array.at. Otherwise, everything is same. The difference between array of that square bracket syntax and array.at method is array.at can take negative values, whereas array of syntax cannot take negative values. Okay, fine. Then we have this array.concat method. So I think concat method is already done, where AR, and let's say we have where BR, where BR is equal to 1, 2. Then if I write console.log of AR.concat of BR, then what will happen? I get 23, 41, 64, 90, 38, and then 1, 2. So both are joined. Concat method joins 2 or more arrays. Now, if I have another array where CR is equal to 3, 4, then I can put here CR. Okay. So after 1, 2, 3, 4 has come, CR has come. After AR, BR has come. After that, CR has come. Okay. So this way you can join infinite number of arrays. Okay. Fine. And then every method we have seen yesterday. Then yeah, we'll go with the find method now. So this is also an iteration method. Okay. So what happens here is, here it is like the filter method. It will take a condition and it will return that whole element which is matching that condition. Okay. So let's say I have an array where AR, and again this will return the element. Okay, so we have to put it in a variable, otherwise we will not get the value. So where let me say 64, I want to find the 64, where 64 is equal to AR dot find of. So here I have to pass the callback function. So I'll take only the value. I don't need the index and array. So value, what I will write here? Return value is equal to 64. Okay. So if I write like this, in 64, what will be stored? 64 will be stored. So what this array.find method is doing, it is looping through all the elements of the array and checking for this condition, which value is equal to 64. Okay. So first it is checking for 23, it is not matching, so it is skipping it. Then it is going for 41, it is not matching. Then it is going for 64, it is matching. Immediately it will stop. It will not go for 90 and 38. Okay, it will go for 64. So let me write here where 64. So console.log of 64. So what I will get? I'll get 64 here. Wherever the condition is matching, I'll get that. If I write here value greater than 64, then what I will get? I get 90. Now now let's say I write here value less than 64. Then what should happen?
32341.
Why 41? I told you once the condition matches, it will stop, isn't it?
123.
So only 23. Okay. So it will check for the first occurrence of the matching condition. Okay. So it will do only 23. So in the same way, if I have two 64s here, so I'll get which 64 actually? Actually this 64, not this one. Okay. Only one output it will give. It doesn't return the value as an array or something like map and filter. It will return the element, whatever element it is. See, if I point here, it is saying 64 is of type number. You see, because this is a number array. If I have here, instead of number, if I have A, B, C, this 64 will show me string. 64 will become string. Okay, like that. Okay, fine. Then, so this method will use with array of objects later on. I'll show you. Or can we see it just now? Okay, we'll see that later on. Don't worry. Then we have findIndex. Have you seen this findIndex earlier? No. Okay. So what will findIndex do? It will check for the condition and give us the index, not the value. Okay. So I write findIndex and I write value triple equal to 64. So what output I will get? Hello.
2.
So answer will be 2. It will not go for the last 64 because it is asking for the when the findIndex will only check for the first occurrence. Okay, it will once it got the answer, it will stop there. Okay, it will not check for other values. So I should get the answer as 2, right? So I got 2 here. Okay. In the same way, if I write here value less than 64, what output I should get? Hello. Hello.
0.
Yes, 0. So I'll get 0 here. Okay, fine. So it will not check for other things. It will stop once the condition is satisfied. Okay. Then we have findLast. So it is just like find, but what will happen here? It will check for the last occurrence, not for the first occurrence. Okay. So let me write here findLast. So if I write findLast and I give the condition as value less than 64, what will be the output? Yes, 41. I'll get the answer as 41 because that is the last index, last element which is matching with this condition. First it is matching with 23, then it is matching with 41, and then these numbers are not matching. So it is getting 41. In the same way, we have last index, find last index. Okay, find last index. Now, what will happen? So in the find last, okay, find last index. Let me see that. So value, let me write, okay, less than 64. Then what I will get? 1. I should get 1, isn't it? If I write value triple equal to 64, then what will be the last index for that? 4, isn't it? So last 64 I'll get it, not the first one. First one is 2, last one is 4. Okay, fine. Then we have a flat method here. Okay, this can be shown, not a problem. So let's say I have an array like this, nested array, array of array. So I have an array inside which we have elements, then we also have one array. So what is the index of this array? 3, isn't it? That is at third position. So if I want to access the 4, what do I write?
3-1.
Console.log of AR, and then what do I write? If I want to print only 4,
3-1.
3 I wrote here, and then where should I write the 1? Should I write here itself?
Take another array and put 1.
Okay,
Find
so
2.
take another square bracket and then 1. Okay, so this will give me the 4. Okay, now let's say I want to I don't want these inner brackets. Okay, so then what do? I want to flatten the array. Flattening the array means removing the inner nested arrays. Okay, square brackets. So what do I write? I do array dot flat. Okay, if I do this, what will happen? I'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the square brackets has removed. Okay, now let's say here actually I can give some. So instead of this 4, say I have another array inside this 4, 5. Then this will not work. See, it is giving the array. It is not able to flatten it. So you have to give the depth in this value. That is known as depth. So this is level, you can say this is level 0 when only one nested is there. One more array is there, that means level 2. So I can put here 2 and then I will get. Okay, if one more array is there here instead of 5, let's say 5, 6, then I have to put here 3. So this is depth 3. Okay, so this will not be possible if you don't know the depth. If you know the depth, only then you can use this. Okay, so just for showing, I'm describing it to you. So it's like that. Then for each we have seen. Then yeah. Now let me show you one thing. Here let me take an array 4, 3, 5, 7, 2. Okay, now when we have a string, what do we do to find the data type of string? I mean, we don't know the data type of a variable. Let's say where x is equal to dtfghj. What is this? String. You know that, but if you have not seen the variable, how can you say? What is the way to test whether what is the data type? Type of operator. So if I write here type of x, I'll get string. If I write type of AR, I get object. So let's say I have an array and also one object. Title JS. Okay, now if I write type of AR, even then I am getting the object. If I write type of obj, even then I am getting object. So how do I distinguish? How do I differentiate whether a variable is array or object? Because array will always give you object, and object will also give you object. So how to check that? So for that we have a method called isArray. Okay, so how do I write that? I write like this. See this, capital A. Okay, remember that array, capital A array dot isArray of AR. What I will get in the output? I'll get true. Array.isArray is a method to check whether whether a value is an array or not. Okay, if I write array.isArray of obj, I'll get false. So this is the only way to check whether some value is array or not. Okay, fine. Then join you have already seen, right? Map you have seen. Last index of. Okay, so last index of is like find last index. Okay, that is the same like find last index. Okay, then push, pop, reduce, already seen. Reduce right, we have a method called reduce right. Reduce right is nothing but reduce was starting the when we were that accumulator was starting from the beginning, from left to right, but this is from right to left. There is no difference. Okay, everything same. So it was doing 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, but here it will do 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. That's it, no difference. Okay, so accumulator value also it will if I don't specify any value, accumulator first value will be 5, value will be 4. If I give the accumulator as 0, accumulator value will be 0, value will be 5. Okay, that's it. Whatever we have seen in the previous class, that's it. So reverse, shift, slice, sum, sort, splice, we have seen, right? Two strings, unshift and values. Okay, fine. So these are the array methods that we need. Okay, mostly you will be needing that. Find index, last index, find last index, isArray. These are the very important array methods. Okay, now we will move forward to some object methods. Okay, so once we complete object method, then we can work on some array of objects with some more examples. Okay, fine. Now in object methods, we'll start with Object.assign. Okay, so let's say we have two objects where obj1 is equal to title is JavaScript. Okay, this is one object, or let me take more properties here. Title is JavaScript, and then we have duration. Duration is, let's say, 1 week. Okay, duration is 1 week. So this is one object. Now we have another object where obj2 is equal to duration is done, title is done. Okay, I'll have here let's say something like fees or something. Okay, fees, let me put it as 5,000 just, and one more property is there. Let's say what can be done? Title, duration, fees, anything else? Okay, type I can put it as type is online. Okay, type is online. Fine. So these are some of the properties I am having, two objects with their properties. Okay, now this Object.assign helps us to join objects, merge objects. Okay, it is like array.concat. Okay, so if I write console.log of O capital, okay, Object.assign. So I write here first I write obj1 comma obj2 and just see what happens. Okay, what happened? It came title, duration, fees, type. That means in whatever order I had written, it has come like that. Okay, now let's see what will happen if I write obj2 obj1. See, fees, type, title, duration. So this is coming first and then this is coming. Okay, so whatever order you write here, it will come like that, the output object, and this is an object. Can you see? So if I put here where new obj is equal to Object.assign of this, and I write here new obj. Okay, so if I point my mouse here, new obj is actually this and this. So this is whole thing is one object actually. New obj will always give you one object. Okay, so here the first value is known as the target and the source, where the value will be stored. The source, from the source it will go to the target. Okay, fine. So this way you can print. See here, actually when I'm doing this, if you see, if I write here, let me go back to this. Okay, fine, this is fine. Now if I do console.log of obj1 and console.log of obj2, what will happen? You know, I'll comment this line. Oh, if I comment this, it will not work. Let me write like this. Okay, now see what I got here. What is obj1 having? It is having the original thing, but obj2 is having everything. If I reverse the order, obj1 and obj2, what is happening? Obj1 is having everything, obj2 is the original object. So why that is happening? Because the first value is the target, second is the source. So what happens? Object.assign will take the values from the source and put it into the target. Okay, it will source will be not changed. Source will never change. So that means here obj2 will not change. In obj1 everything will be put. Okay, if I write here obj2 and here if I write obj1, what will happen? Obj1 values will be put to obj2 and obj1 will not change. But what will happen if I write obj1 for both? What will happen? No change. It is taking the obj1 values and putting it again to obj1. And one object cannot have duplicate properties. That means an object cannot have two title, two duration. Okay, so that's why it is having the same thing. Okay, fine. But let's say I have something like this. Okay, here we can't do that. So let's say I have in obj2 I have this title. Okay, and I have the duration also. and I'm making this duration to 4 weeks. Okay, and I'm writing here obj2. That means what will happen? What will happen here in this line? That means object.assign, what it is doing? It is taking the values of source. What is the source here? obj2. So it will take the data from the obj2 and put it to obj1. Oh, isn't it? So that means when it will take these things and put it here, what will happen? Console.log of obj1. obj1 is the target, right? So what I'm getting here, the value got changed. Can you see? Because in obj2 the duration was 4 weeks, so when it copied it and pasted here, the 1 week got replaced with 4 weeks. Okay, so this way you can interchange properties, values, all these things in objects. Okay, so this object.assign is very powerful, but nowadays we have better alternative like spread operators and all. You will learn in ES6 when those topics will be covered. You'll see that that is a better method than object.assign. Okay, okay, then fine, that is okay. Then then we have something called Object.entries. Okay, so let's say I have this obj1 and I write here capital O, Object.entries of obj1. What it does is it returns an array. Okay, it returns an array in which object.entry. So what do you mean by entry in an object? This whole thing is known as an entry. This is known as property, this is known as value, this whole thing is known as entry. Okay, so how many entries are there in this object obj1? 2 entries. What are those entries? Again you are giving wrong. Title is property, na?
Title JavaScript, duration 1 week.
Yes, title JavaScript is the entry, duration 1 week is another entry. Title is the property, JavaScript is the value. So what I'm getting here in the output is actually one array of 2 arrays. First array is first entry, title JavaScript. Second array is duration 1 week, another entry. Okay, this way you can store the things, and then according to some use case, because these things will be having a lot of use case while working in real-time projects. Okay, sometimes you may need to separate these things, and you can wherever the index is 0, you can take it and put it in some other space, and index 1 you will put in another space. So 0 index will always have the properties and 1 index will have all the values, like that. Okay, okay, so just like object.entries, we have object.properties. Okay, so what is that? Object.keys, sorry. Okay, so Object.keys of obj1. So what will this do? It will give us title and duration. This is key value pair, right? Object has key value pair. They are known as key value pairs, right? So when I write object.keys, I get title, duration, all these things as an array. Okay, and if I write object.values, I'll get JavaScript and 1 week. So entries, keys, and values. Okay, 3 of them you need to know. In interviews, they ask all these things. Okay, name some object methods. Even if you forget other things, if you say these 3 things, it is okay. Okay, because these are the most important things. Object.assign is another important thing. Okay, fine. Then where were we? Okay, freeze. Now we'll go for object.freeze. So what does freeze do? Freeze will freeze an object. What is the meaning of freeze? It will avoid any kind of change to the object. Okay, so now let me show you without freeze what can be done with obj1. If I write here obj1 dot title is equal to HTML, then what will happen? If I write console.log of obj1, what I will get? I get title has changed to HTML. Can you see? Isn't it? This way I can change it, isn't it? Then let's say I write here obj1 dot. So this is the way to change a property. If I want to add another property, I can write obj1 dot some other value. Let's say freeze. obj1 dot freeze is equal to 5000. If I write this line, what happens is in one more property will be added to the obj1 object. Okay, and it will have the value as 5000. Okay, so now see console.log of obj1, we are getting title, duration, and fees. All of them, three things are there. Title has changed, and also new property fees 5000 is added. Okay, so this can be done with a normal object. But what will happen?
Sir, is this new object stored in some other object name?
No, sorry. So this will actually change the original object. It doesn't store it in another new. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now just see what will happen if I apply Object.freeze. Okay, Object.freeze of obj1. Okay, the moment I do Object.freeze of obj1, what can you see? Is there any change in the object? So there is no change. What is Object.freeze doing? It is stopping any kind of change in the object. It is freezing the object. Okay, it is completely closing the object. It is not letting us to change the existing property, and also it is not letting us to add any more property. Okay, so this is the purpose of freeze. So it is like constant. If you make an object fixed, you don't want to change it, you don't want anyone to change that object, you can apply Object.freeze and it will never change. Okay, to avoid accidental errors, we may need Object.freeze. Okay, now there is another method called Object.seal. It will also stop something. Seal, it will seal the object. But what will happen? Let's see. Here what we are doing, we are sealing the object and then we are trying to change the title and add a new property. Okay, two different things we were trying to do. Now let's see. So what happened? What happened? What happened and what not happened? Title is changed and so seal, what it will do, it will let us change the existing properties, but it will not let us add any more properties. Okay, so seal is something that is very important for those objects where the properties are fixed. Let's say you have your email, password, and phone number. You want to put only those things and you will change only those things, right? You will never add address or some other things. Father's name, mother's name, you will never add. You want to have only three properties and you will change only those three properties. Suppose your phone number you want to change, you will change it. Okay, you want to change your some email, you can change it, but you can't add any more property. So this is seal. So freeze is more powerful than seal, isn't it? Seal is what it is doing. Seal is letting us change the existing property but not add new properties. But freeze is not letting us add any property as well as not to change the existing properties also. Okay, so this way freeze and seal works. Okay, then now there are two methods called isFrozen and isSealed. Okay, suppose I comment this line. So now the object is not sealed, right? So we can do the normal operations. Everything will be done. Title is changing, freeze is also added, isn't it? But I want to, these things will only work when the object is not sealed or not frozen, isn't it? If it is already freezed, if it is already frozen, or if it is already sealed, you can't do this. No, you will keep on trying, but it is not happening, isn't it? Why it is not happening, you don't know. Maybe it is sealed or maybe it is frozen, we don't know. So before doing these kind of things, first we should know that it is not sealed. If it is not sealed, only then I will change the values, add new properties, all those things, right? Isn't it? So how to know whether the object is sealed or not? So what we can do is we can write here console.log. So before doing this, isn't it? So I'll comment this as well. So first I'll check obj1 dot is sealed. Okay, this will give me true if it is sealed. It will give me false if it is not sealed. So what is the status now? Is it sealed or not? Is it sealed or not? No, it is not sealed, right? So this will give me, oh, sorry, what happened? Okay, I think I have given the wrong syntax. Object.isSealed, sorry. Object.isSealed of obj1. Okay, so this is giving me false. The moment I uncomment this line, now what will happen? Because the object is sealed now, I have done object.seal. Okay, so now I will get true. In the same way, you can check for freeze also. So let's say I write here Object.freeze. So before doing anything, I want to check whether the object is frozen or not. So I'll write is frozen. Okay, that is saying false. If I apply this, it is giving me true. Okay, so when should I add these kind of things? These kind of things, if I know that it is not sealed, not frozen, then it is okay. But some data is coming from server or some from other computer, we don't know whether it is sealed or frozen. So what I can do is, before doing this, what I have to do, if I check if object dot is sealed of obj1, that is not sealed, right? Is sealed, if it is true, then it is useless. If it is not sealed, only then we will do, right? And object dot is frozen of obj1, only then do these things. Are you getting it? So we'll change the properties or add new properties only if it is false. It is not sealed and not frozen, only then we'll do it. Okay, so if necessary, you will do like that. Okay, otherwise normally you can directly change the value. Okay, fine. So this will check for the complete, this is for complete safety, this whole if statement. Okay, okay, fine. Then what we have is frozen, keys we have seen, seal we have seen. Okay, fine. An object.toString, there is a method called object.toString. See here, we have already seen one thing. Let me show you this. Console.log of obj dot to string. What does this do? Array, sorry, obj1. It gives us object. It is not able to give us what is that thing. Okay, but actually it is getting converted to string. We are not able to see it, but instead of doing object.string, we have a better method that is known as, see, this toString method is present in all objects. That means in object, in number, in array, everywhere toString method is there. Okay, array.toString, number.toString. Okay, but in objects you can see it is giving me object. We are not able to see what is there. So I have already discussed one method that is called json.stringify. So json.stringify of obj1, if you do, you will get a proper string like this. So this is a string now, this is not an object. Okay, so if you write here type of, you will get string, you will not get object. Again, this thing you want to convert to object again, then what you do json.parse of json.stringify of obj1. What this will give you, this will again give you, return you the original object. So here if I apply type of, I'll get object. Okay. Okay, fine. So I hope the array objects and array methods and object methods are clear. Now we'll try to do some more things on array of objects. Okay, we'll take our default array of objects what we have seen, and we'll try to apply some of these methods. Okay, we'll take this one. Okay. So from where we'll start? We'll start from array method because these are all arrays. So what I'll do is add concat entries every field. Yeah, findIndex or find. We'll see the find here. Okay. So what I want to find? I want to find the person who is having a Reddy as last name. So normally what do? We write if condition, normal in for loop or for each, we write the if condition and we can return that object, isn't it? So, and in filter what we do? In filter we give the condition. If we give the condition, it returns us an array. That, but there is a problem, it gives us an array. Okay, but I want this whole object as the output, not any array, nothing. Okay, this can be done with for and for each, but again the loops, we have to write so many things. We have to write the if condition, we have to write the for statement, isn't it? So many things we need to write. So instead of that, what I'll do, I'll use the find method. So I'll have a where, I'll write a result. Okay, where result is equal to people dot find. In the find, I'll write the function, anonymous function So here, let's say value. What is value here? Hello. What is value in this array? Each object. Each object is the value here. So function value, what I will write? Return. I'll write the condition. What is the condition? What is
Last
the
name
condition?
ready. If
What do I write? I can't write if, na. I write the condition.
value dot last name
Value dot last name
equals to
equal to
ready. Okay. So what will happen here? It will check for each object and it will find where that ready is there, and then it will return the whole object and it will store the object in a result. Okay. So I write here console.log of result. Okay. Save this, go to the browser and reload. What did I get? First name Pradeep, last name Reddy, age, gender, city. So I got the whole object. Okay. Now let's say we have here one Gubbala, two Gubbala. So if I write last name is equal to Gubbala, what I will get? Hello.
First object.
First object, isn't it? Will not get the second one because it will, once it matches the condition, it will stop there. So I get here Praveen Gubbala, not the Srikant Gubbala. Okay, fine. So like this, you can check for all those things. Like you have one username or phone number or salary. You want to have, let's say value dot salary greater than what? Let's say 20,000. Okay. So how many values I should get? One. So I'll get only one, isn't it? Here again, it will match this one, Pradeep Reddy. It will not go for Monica or Ria, isn't it? So I'm getting Pradeep Reddy only. Okay, fine. So this people.find is normally used for not finding greater than, less than, all those things. Mostly for matching, where there is triple equal to, these kind of things. Okay, where something is matching. Let's say I have 5 students, all are having 5 different subjects. I want to get which student is from JavaScript, which student is from React, something like that. Okay, so these kind of things can be done. Okay, then find index, find last index, and then we have index of. We have seen index of, what is that? Not index of, find index of one, find index. Yeah, find index. So find index. So find index is used for deleting things. Okay, actually mostly for deleting. We'll get the index and then we'll do splice. Okay, so find index of value.salary equal to 20,000. Where it will match? Which object it will match? Srikant, right? Here it will match. And it will return me the result. So what I will get in the output? I'm getting the value as 1. That is the index. And immediately what I can do? I can do people dot splice of result comma 1. If I do this and do console.log of people, what I will have? So what is the result? Result is the index that we got, that is 1. So from one index it will remove one element. So I got the Srikant removed from here. Can you see? Isn't it? Srikant got removed. Okay. So this way the find index can be found. Whoever having salary is 20,000, delete it. Whoever is having surname, this, delete that object. Whoever is having first name as, so you want to remove a user from a list of users. Suppose you had 10 students in your class and one student said, no, I'll not take the class from tomorrow. Okay, my so let's say, let me show you. Let me have two students like this. One is Ria Bhadoria, one is Ria, let's say, Sharma. Okay, age is 16, gender is female, city is, let's say, some Chennai or something, salary is something 30,000. Okay, now this Ria Sharma told me that from tomorrow onwards I won't work in your company. Then how do I remove that? Find index of what I will do? We don't know whether we want to see the last name, because last name also some other Sharma may be there, Nikhil Sharma. Then what we will do? Nikhil Sharma is there, Ria Bhadoria is there, and Ria Sharma is there. Then how do you delete that Ria Sharma? Hello. How do I find the index? What do I write in a return statement? So I have to give two conditions in the return. Value dot first name triple equal to Ria, and value dot last name triple equal to Sharma. Okay, now what index it will give me? Result will have 6. That is the 6th index. Okay, so save this, go to the browser, reload. I got 6, and now Ria Sharma is removed. Okay, so this way you can match more than one condition also, not only for find index, for find also. You have to find one user which is having Ria Sharma, then you have to write like this: find index, filter. Everywhere you can use more than one condition. Okay, and what else did we see yesterday? Some, every, everywhere, wherever that condition is applied, you can put more than one condition. Okay, or you want to remove, so here we have 3: Nikhil, Ria, their titles, last names are Sharma, Bhadoria, and Sharma. Now if I write here or, what will happen? What will happen if I write or?
First Ria is good.
First Ria will be removed or Nikhil will be removed? Because Sharma, I have given last name as Sharma also. So find index will match the first index, na? Not everything. When I'm writing, so what is the meaning of this statement? The meaning of this statement is the person should have first name Ria or last name Sharma. I'm not saying and. So this person, Nikhil Sharma, is matching this condition actually. It is not having first name Ria, but it is having last name Sharma, na? Isn't it? So it will get that index. Okay. So save this, go to the browser and reload. You can see here, Nikhil got removed, isn't it? What is the meaning of or? Only one condition may be satisfied, isn't it? So Sharma is matching there, so it got removed. Okay, so this way you can use the conditions, okay, wherever you want it. Then anything else is there? Find last index, these are all similar things. Okay, same things you can do for all those things. Array dot includes, okay, join, keys, last index of, pop, push. Okay, remaining all are fine. Okay, now I have to ask one thing. Have you seen the array dot sort method till now? Array sorting.
No, sir.
not seen, right? Sir is not discussed, right? Okay, let's see that. Okay, how to sort an array. So we'll start with simple arrays. Okay, we'll take one simple array and then we'll try to see what happens. So where AR is equal to one array. Let's say we have hello, I have apple, I have zebra, I have mango. Okay, there is a method called sort, directly array dot sort. Okay, so write AR dot sort directly, and if I do the console dot log of sort, what will happen? See, console dot log of sort. Now, oh, what happened? Oh, sorry, AR dot sort. Yeah. Sorry. See what happened? What is the change you are seeing in the array? So it is arranging it in the sorted it in the alphabetical order, isn't it? It was hello apple zebra mango. Now it is apple hello mango zebra. So A to Z, it is able to sort it, right? Now, let's say I have another string which is having, let's say, capital mango, and what will happen now? See what happened? Is it able to sort it? No. Okay, so why did that happen? So reason for this, I'll show you with another example. Okay, I'll take some letters. Let's say small a, small b, capital A, small z, capital B, okay, and then capital Z. Now if I sort this, we'll see that the capital letters, the JavaScript is taking the capital letters as small numbers. That means they're smaller. They're saying that not numbers, they're taking it as smaller than lowercase letters, isn't it? So it is JavaScript is telling us that we take first capital letters and then we take small letters. So we start from A, B, C, D, capital A, B, C, D to Z, and after Z we have small a. Okay, after capital Z we have small a. Okay, so let me check one thing whether that will work or not. Capital Z is less than small a. See, it is saying true. Can you see? Capital Z is less than a, small a, it is saying. And capital Z, if I ask greater than a, it is saying false. That means capital letters are coming first and then small letters are coming. Okay. But what about numbers? But how do we sort these kind of things? It is very difficult, isn't it? To sort letters or text which is having capital small letters, isn't it? It is very difficult. So what we have to do, either we have to convert all to capital letters and sort, or we have to sort convert all to small letters and sort. That will work fine. You will apply one for each and convert all letters to small or capital, and then you sort it. Okay, so you can apply the map. So what I can do here, see here, where new AR is equal to AR dot map of function. So here value is there. What is value here? What is value?
Array elements.
Array elements, that is small a, small b, capital A, small b, capital B, capital Z. These are the values. So return, I write return value dot to lowercase. Okay, if I do this, what will happen in new AR? These all capital letters will be converted to small letters and then if I and this new array will be one array, isn't it? So now if I do console.log of new AR dot sort, then what will happen? Oh, sorry, I should not do new AR dot sort. New AR dot sort, if I do, and then if I print the console.log of new AR, what I will get? I'll get small a, capital small b, small z, small z. So now it is totally fine, right? So this is how we should actually sort text when it is having small letter, capital letter combination. Okay, okay, fine. Now what about numbers? Now let's see the numbers. First thing is, are they able to sort the numbers? 2, 4, 1, 7, 3, and let's say 0. Okay, if I do AR dot sort of and I try to do console.log of AR, what do I get? I got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So they are able to sort the numbers as well, right? Now see, let me have 11 here. What will happen now? Save, go to the browser, reload. What did I get? What did I get? 0, 1, 11, and then 2, 3, 4, 7, right? So again, there is a problem here. That means JavaScript is not able to sort numbers. How stupid. It is not able to sort simple numbers. After 1, it is what it is checking. Okay, I got the 1. Now I will check with 1 anything is there. So it is getting 11. So it is putting it with 11, and then it is going to 2. So it is saying that 11 is less than 2, isn't it? But that is wrong. So this sort method, so it is not actually JavaScript is stupid. The sort method is stupid. JavaScript knows. If you check here, see here. Let me show you. If I write 11 less than 2, it is giving me false. That means JavaScript knows that 11 is less than 2. But the sort method doesn't know how to sort numbers. Okay. So for that, we have some other things. We have to use the sort method in a different way. Okay. So something like this. AR dot sort, inside the sort I have to write one callback function. Here I write a comma b. What is a? First element. What is b? Second element. Next time a will be second element, b will be third element. So this way a b will go on. And here I have to write return a minus b. If I write like this, and if I write console.log of AR, what do I get? I get the correct answer. Can you see? So this is known as, this callback function that we pass to the sort method is known as compare function. This compare function is very, very necessary for comparing numbers. but it can be used for strings also. There is no problem. Okay, so it is better to always use the sort method with the compare function. Okay, so if I have, instead of numbers, if I have strings, then also this syntax will work. Okay, that means for strings we can use compare function also. If you don't use, it will work, but for numbers you must use the compare function, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so it is better to always use the sort function with compare function. Okay, now if I want to sort it in the descending order, what do I do? So I write, instead of a minus b, I write b minus a. Okay, so now save this, go to the browser, reload. See, I got 11 7 4 3 2 1 0. Okay, okay, fine. Now, but there is an expanded form of the sort compare function. Let me show you. So we have the array dot sort here. Okay, so this is the array dot sort. So here we have, so this is the complete compare function. This is how you need to write it. This is just a small problem, so we are using it like this, but this again, this may not work everywhere. Okay, complex things, this may fail. So we have an expanded form like this. We write this. So this compare fn, you don't need to write, it is an anonymous function, a comma b, and here we write. So here actually what we are doing, we are not we are telling the sort to compare on its own. Okay, but when we are working with array of objects, this won't work. Using this, the sort method will not be able to sort the things. In array of objects, what do we sort? We want to sort according to the salary, according to the first name, and all those things, right? So in that case, we have to use the expanded form of the compare function, not this smaller one. Okay, so let me show you that. How do we use that in array of objects? So in array of objects, lot of issues will be there. Please compare for sorting, lot of issues you will face, because of which I'll show you the better way. So let me get the array of objects again. So these are the array of objects. Now let me sort the array in the ascending, that means alphabetical order of the first name. First, let us go with the salary, then we'll go with those things. Okay, so because in salary we don't have any problem of uppercase, lowercase, right? So we'll go with the salary first. Now, so what do I do here? People dot sort of, I have the compare function. What will be there? A comma b, and here I have to write these two if conditions. See, here three things are needed. One if condition: if a is less than b, then return -1. If a is greater than b, return 1. And else, if a is equal to b, we don't need to write any condition, because that will automatically it will pass it, right? So return 0. This is the syntax. There is no question why we are writing -1, why you are writing +1. Okay, so if you search these things on Google, they will say some very complex things which is not even related to JavaScript. That is like, who wrote JavaScript, he knows all these things. They are so complex. What will happen when we return -1? What will happen return +1? All those things. Okay, that explanation is very complex. So we don't need to know that at this moment. So we just have to follow this syntax. Okay, if a is less than b, return -1. If a is greater than b, return +1 and return 0. This is for ascending order. If you want descending order, when a is less than b, you return 1. When a is greater than b, you will not return 1, you will return -1. Okay, and this return 0 is constant. Okay, so let's see this. So I write the if condition. If a less than b, we write return -1. So this is ascending order. Okay, then if a less than b, a greater than b, we write return 1, and after that we return 0. Okay, so after this thing runs, we'll get what? Console.log of people. But here, what is the value of what is a and b here? What is a and b for this array? A is the first object, b is the second object. Next time a is the second object, b is the third object, like this. But we can't compare objects. Comparing two objects will always give you false. Even if the objects are same, it will give you false. Why? Because when we are writing where x is equal to 10, x contains what? 10. So if I write console.log of x, it is actually pointing to the value 10. Okay, but when I create an object where ar is equal to, ar is also an object, right? Where ar equal to 1, 2, and I write console.log of ar, it is not pointing to that memory, it is not pointing to the value, it is actually pointing to the memory location of ar. Okay, that is known as call by reference, call by value. These are reference data type, array and object, whereas x is not a reference data type. Okay, it is a primitive data type. So when we compare x with y, where x equal to 10, y equal to 20, okay, so it is comparing the values. But when I am comparing ar with another br, so what happens is, let me tell you here. In the memory, when we create a variable, let's say I create var x, the moment I write var x, what JavaScript does is, JavaScript will store in the memory, it has such a big hard disk, right, in the computer. So there what it will do, it will take one space and it will create a variable there. That memory is having a location. It is having location like 0000, 0001, 0002, 0003, like that. Okay, when I write var x equal to 10, it will store the x equal to 10 here. Okay, it will store two things, the name of the variable and the value. When I create an object where ar is equal to 1, 2, what will happen? It will store here 1, it will store here the value 2, where ar equal to 1, 2. Okay, but when I write console.log of ar, that ar is not actually pointing to 1 or 2, it is pointing to 0001. That is the difference between call by reference and call by value. When I write x, I get the call by value, that means I get 10. But when I write ar, I get call by reference, that means I get this memory location. Okay, so I created two ar, one ar console.log, one ar and another br. So br is having, suppose 23 and 45, where br equal to 23, 45. So 23 will be stored here and 45 will be stored here. So when I compare two arrays, AR triple equal to BR, what it is comparing? It is comparing 0001 with 0003. So I am getting false. So the same thing is happening with objects as well. So when we are comparing arrays or objects, we never get true, even if the values are equal. Suppose I have AR equal to 1, 2, BR also 1, 2. So what happens? I get false because it is not comparing the values or anything. It is comparing the memory location. So the same thing will happen here. If we compare if A less than B, it will always be false. A greater than B, it will always be false. Okay. So that is the wrong thing. So what we want to compare here? We have to compare what? Salary. So what do I write here? If A dot salary less than B dot salary, okay, return -1, and if A dot salary greater than B dot salary, return 1. Okay, now save this, go to the browser and reload. So what did I get here? I got Nikhil, who is having salary as 2000 at first. Then I got Praveen 10,000. Then I got Srikant 20,000. Then I got Pradeep 25,000. Then I got 30,000, and then I got 40,000. So the array is sorted in the ascending order of their salaries. Okay. So I reverse the number here, 1 and -1. So I get descending order of the salaries. First I am getting Riya Bhadoria, which is having 40,000, and at last I am getting Nikhil, who is having 2,000. Okay, this way the salaries can be sorted. Now what about the text? So the text is also fine, totally fine. If I write here B dot first name less than B dot A dot first name less than B dot first name, and here also in place of salary first name and first name. So this is fine. So first I am getting Srikant. This is descending order, right? I changed the 1 and -1. So I am getting first Srikant, then Monica. MNOPQRS. Okay, descending order. And also if I put it -1 and 1, I'm getting ascending order. So it will start from Monica, MNOPQRS. Srikant. Okay, fine, totally fine. But in real time, you may not have the names like this. You will have capital letters as well. Capital P will be there, capital M will be there. No one will store their name as small letter, isn't it? When you fill up a form for Facebook, Flipkart, or Myntra or anything, when you register yourself, you write your first name as capital letter, isn't it? So what will happen? Some people may even write in block letters as well, isn't it? So what we have to do? First, we have to convert all those things to lowercase. Only then we will do the comparing. So before sorting, what we do is, just before sorting, here itself we can create two variables. Okay, where f name, okay, right, where we have to convert that A and B to AB first name to either both to lowercase or both to uppercase. Okay, so we'll convert it. So I need a variable name. So let's say, okay, AFN. Okay, AFN means A first name. So AFN is equal to A dot first name dot to lowercase. Okay, now what will be there in AFN? A dot first name to lowercase. Okay, that means the lowercase version of the first name of first object. A means first object. Now B means second object. So where BFN is equal to B means second object. B dot first name dot to lowercase. Okay. And here we will not write A dot first name. Here what I will write? Directly AFN. And here directly BFN. Because what is AFN? AFN is already the first name and BFN is already the first name of the second object, isn't it? So here also AFN and BFN. Okay. Now you can see, save it, go to the browser and reload. I got everything in the alphabetical order. Now let me change some things, like this P, I'll make it capital. This N, I'll make it capital. Okay, two capitals are there. So without the lowercase this thing, it will always give me error, isn't it? Wrong names will come. Now what will happen? Even if I have capital letters, it is giving me, see, this is coming in capital letters. Can you see? N is capital. Wait. See this. I have the capital letters, but they are coming in order. There is no issue. Okay. So this is how you will sort something in real time. First, you will convert it to lowercase, and then you will apply the compare function that we have seen. This expanded compare function, not the smaller one. Okay. So this is how we compare array of objects. Okay. I hope everything is clear. That's it for today. So yeah, stop the class here. So you have to practice. Okay, I'll give the things.